Hello, 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 and happy Monday. It's Monday on June 3rd, 2024. Super excited to be here with you today. It is the first Monday of the month. If you have not realized by now that I'm on a new day and a new time, and we're still adjusting to it. So, my apologies for being a little bit late, but we are here right now. So, before I dive in and get excited about everything, let me just say hi and welcome to Joanne's Healing Within. I'm your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne. I am the founder of Holistic Fitness and Why, your certified holistic and licensed personal trainer, Reiki master, medical astrologer, master of numerology, card creator, card reader, and obviously, I'm the host of the show. So I'm super excited to be here with you today. I'm going to ask that you take a moment to share the show out, which I'm going to do the same thing right now. So let's do it together. Share the show out because that's really what's going to help this show to grow. So share this to your group, share this to your friends. Let everybody know that I'm here because that's what this is all about. So share, share, share. Sharing is caring, as they say. So just going to share one more, and then we're going to get this party started. All right. So again, how is everybody doing tonight? If you are here, let me know that you are here by saying hello, hello, hello. I see those little hearts coming in. And we have a hot topic tonight, a lot to cover. And I'm hoping to get everything in for the evening because there is a lot going on. And I really want you to be in the know. Today's title is the Planetary Parade. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are aware. This took place early this morning before sunrise. There is a photo. I had forgotten to actually let Bobby know when to present this photo, but it's got the planets on it. Maybe he can put that up so you've got, oh, there you go. See all those beautiful planets, 6 planets aligning. And those planets, so you just know who they are and what they're doing. We have Jupiter that's sitting in Gemini. We have Mercury that just entered Gemini this morning. I'm going to be talking a lot about that today. Then we have Uranus in Taurus. The moon currently in Taurus actually entered Taurus this morning, just about the time when this all took place. We have Mars also in Aries, and then we have Neptune and Saturn in Pisces. And what is this actually going to be doing for us? Because theoretically, we already know that anytime we have this many planets in alignment, literally in a parade, that means we're going to be feeling and experiencing some sort of portal and shift. I like to also refer to as a spiritual ascension that may very well be taking place because we're all going to get ready to expand, especially with the help of Jupiter in Gemini's energy. In addition to this amazing parade that we had going on, like I said just a little while ago, Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, has entered and joined forces with the Sun, with Venus, and also with Jupiter. So we have this cluster of energy sitting in Gemini right now, where you may start to feel like your heart is being filled, your mind has clarity, and you are so ready to make friendships. Now, notice I use the word friendships, not necessarily about an intimate relationship, but definitely about collaborating with new friends, maybe old friends coming in, and those old friends are now a different version of themselves, so they're new again. So do not be afraid that if somebody from your past, not necessarily an ex, but a friend that comes back into your present life now, there may be a reason why that person is coming through. And most of these people that are going to be coming through are coming through because they're there to support and help you expand on the journey that you are on. So I want you to pay attention to that as they come in. And be open to saying yes to all invitations because this is a time, again, with that Jupiter and Gemini, this is a time for expansions. And that's professional and personal as well. So yes to all the invitations that come through, even if for whatever the reasons are, those invitations involve a monetary investment behind it. Keeping in mind that we do have Venus in Gemini, so that Venus energy is going to support your monetary flow. So if you feel like, oh my God, I don't have that right now to say yes to this opportunity, know that you are being supported. So say yes, even though you may not have it in your hand. The minute you say yes and feel confident by saying yes, know that the universe is going to work in its magical, mysterious ways to bring that into your energy field so you can do whatever it is you're committing yourself to doing. So this is a powerful portal that we are experiencing. In fact, for that matter, when you think about this entire week, starting from the very beginning, again, it's literally the third day of June, we have a lot of energy transpiring through this week. Again, the parade that we just had, Mercury entering Gemini, and by the 6th, we have the new moon in Gemini energy as well. So right now we have 4 planets in Gemini, and by the end of the week, as that new moon comes in, we will have 5 planets sitting in Gemini. And this is definitely going to impact, influence, affect, whatever word you want to use. It's definitely going to affect those who do carry air signs such as Mercury, Libra, and Aquarius. So pay attention to that as well. Especially that new moon energy is definitely going to highlight those of you who do have those air signs as your major planets, such as sun, moon, and ascending sign. Specifically your moon. Like I have a Aquarius moon, so I'm already feeling that energy of emotion, maybe even a little sluggish and tired, because when we have so much air energy going on, that's often what happens, is that we get a little tired. So the key thing is to remember to make sure you're moving your body to rejuvenate your energy. And I'm using the word rejuvenate. You would think, well, I would be saying rest. Another way to rejuvenate your body is actually to move your body, because that wakes you up. So you want to get those endorphins kicking in so you can actually start to feel good as opposed to feeling tired, because we've also had a lot of solar flares coming through. So with all that being said, before I get carried away, I want to also give a shout out to my partners that make the show run week after week and after week. And there's a flyer with their names on it. Once that flyer pops in, we're going to introduce them. We have Joe Monkman, who is our personal development trainer. There's a video of this. And if it doesn't pop up, it doesn't pop up. Then we have Kitty Bouderay Foss, who is our storyteller of astrology and reader of the stars. And we have a new partner, Linda DeVeris. I hope I said her last name correctly. She's a TV host from this platform as well. There you go. She's an author and also a Reiki healer as well. So there you have it. I would love for you to reach out to them, get to know the partners, because they all do amazing work. By now, you all know Linda, because I believe her show airs the 1st and 3rd, if I'm not mistaken, Tuesday of the month. So there you have it. So I am grateful that they are on this line and working with me and supporting the show. So what I'd like to do now, let me pull a card and see what we need to know based on this energy, so you could be more aligned to what's coming through. I do want to say hello to everyone who is watching right now. So hello there, Anne. I see you there. I see you there. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Remember to share out this page. And let's see what we have going for our card. Very interesting card that's popping in. Now, for those of you who are new to my readings, let me explain how this works. There are 45 cards to the deck. Every card has 3 elements: a color, a number, and a word, which is used as your affirmation, and also a word that adds to your story. A card can show up upright, and a card can show up in reverse. When a card shows up in reverse, it means there's a little bit of resistance, and also really means that you need to work on that chakra. The green is associated with the heart center, and it makes sense where there's a little bit of resistance to surrendering. Surrender means we have to allow ourselves to just give whatever it is that's going on in our lives, literally give it over to God, give it over to your higher power, and know that everything is going to work its way through, as it always does, because it's part of your lesson, it's part of your journey. The longer you hold on to resistance and stress and the anxiety of whatever the outcome is, the longer you're prolonging the outcome from completing. So really allow yourself to surrender. That 6-8 energy, perfect energy in regards to where we are going by the end of this weekend. This is about change. This is about that change and that freedom and being courageous enough to make the change. You have to do something. With this new moon coming in, this is about taking action to something new. We recently had the full moon in Sagittarius just less than a week and a half ago, and that was to give you an opportunity to let go of something so you can make space for what's coming in. So again, the cards in reverse. Surrender. Work on your heart center to let go of whatever grief or sadness or even depression, if you are, or loneliness, whatever that is. Let that all go so you can make space for all the exciting things that's coming through. So with all that being said, what's going to happen now? We're going to take a commercial break, and again, share this out. Let everybody know that I'm here live, and we're going to be chatting all about everything to do with Gemini season, the planetary parade, and everything in between that. So again, I will be right back. There's my information. If you want to reach out to me, go ahead and scan the QR code so you can schedule yourself an appointment. If you happen to be listening to this, you can email healingwithin76@gmail.com, which reminds me I need to update my flyer so I can put that email there as well. All right, we're going to take that break, and I'll be right back. Did you know that astrology and numerology are the keys to helping you raise your vibration, understanding your unconscious behaviors, and will help you discover who you are from a soul level? Hello, I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, the founder of Holistic Fitness located in Queens. You're a certified and licensed holistic personal trainer, holistic integrated teacher, Reiki master, medical astrologer, master of numerology, card creator, and card reader. I would love for you to come join me every Sunday for 12 weeks to discover your astrological and numerology makeup. For more information, email healingwithin76@gmail.com. I look forward to helping you bridge the spiritual and physical realms as you experience a body and soul transformation. Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. If you are just tuning in, joining me right now, you are watching Joanne's Healing Within. I am your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, and just talked a little bit about what took place early this morning with the planetary parade, and you'll definitely have to come back and watch that, learn more about it. I always love to share the card again because I always feel it's important, especially because we are here, after all, to heal, aren't we? So the card of the day is in reverse, and reverse just means there's a little bit of resistance to whatever it is that's going on, that you need to surrender. What do you need to surrender? What do you need to let go of? We're all experiencing some sort of chaos in our life. The chaos is a part of our journey. It's a part of our lesson. It's a part of the experience. And when we talk about the experience, let's talk about that Gemini energy, because that's what this is all about, your experience. So when we talk that chakra, it is the heart center. This is an opportunity for you to work on your heart center, to move into that space of joy and happiness and gratitude. Gratitude is always a really great way to switching the channel from your sadness to hopelessness to move into hopefulness. 5, what are you willing to change so you can move into a space of gratitude? Gratitude is the best way to make that step to change something. Be courageous enough so you can move into the freedom that you're looking to have in your life. That 5 energy is also about having fun, being creative, being sensual, and being adventurous. So there's our card for today. So please, please work on that heart center. So diving into our topic for today, we spoke about the planetary parade that took place early this morning. And that's just like a jump start to this Gemini season. We have so much going on where today specifically, we have what's called a solar transit between the sun and Venus. Both of those energies are sitting in Gemini. And what that's actually helping you to do is it's bringing in the joy and the love and the contentment and the playfulness for that matter. So utilizing that energy, and by tomorrow, there'll be a conjunction between the two of them. So it's a powerful time to really allow your heart to be open and to be able to receive the love that you may be experiencing from other people. In addition to, we also have a trine between Pluto and Mercury. Pluto is about transformation. Pluto is about destroying what no longer serves us. So therefore, when we think about what's going on in our lives right now, you may be already experiencing things fading out. people, places, and things. And that's a normal process because it's that Pluto energy. So I want you to pay attention to that. And with that trine with Mercury, it's about maybe even transforming the way you communicate, transforming the way you listen, transforming the way you learn, transforming the way you write, transforming the way you speak. Because it has that beautiful energy. And we're in that 1 degree, so it's a new beginning. It's like a reset to all of that. So you have this opportunity, and remembering that Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius. So it's the Mercury intellect and the Aquarius vision that you want to hold in regards to what do you want to reset? What are you transforming? How are you transforming? And most important is to pay attention to where these specific planets are in your actual chart, because that's what's going to be amplified during this Gemini season. It's a big season. So those of you who do carry Gemini in your sun, moon, or ascending sign, this is really big for you. And of course, those opposition signs as well. So let's look at it this way. So we look at Gemini opposition to Sagittarius. We look at Libra opposition is Aries. And then we look at Aquarius, the opposition is Pisces. So pay attention that those 6 placements are being amplified at this particular time, and really being amplified because if you go back and think about the actual energy, did I say Aquarius? What did I say for Aquarius? Aquarius is not Pisces, excuse me. Aquarius is Leo. All of a sudden the spirits just knocked on my head and said, wait a second, you're off gear here. The opposition of Aquarius is Leo energy. So let me retract that just so I don't confuse you, because I know I would be confused. So again, retracting. Gemini opposition is Sagittarius. Remember that Sagittarius full moon we just recently had? That's the opposition. Opposition just means there's a push-pull and there might be a little bit of resistance, but that's okay. So where do you have those 2 signs in your chart? And then we have Libra opposition of Aries. And those 2 are really big right now because those are our north and south node energy. So those are being amplified regardless of the factor. And then, like I said, Aquarius opposition is Leo energy. And now Leo is about the fun and the change. And Leo is represented by the sun's energy. So there's a lot going on there when we really think about this whole pile of energy. Yeah? Are you as confused as I am? Are you like over the top of like, what the heck? And you may be feeling a little tired because there is a lot of energy going on right now, as you may be feeling tired, and that's totally okay. So I want to zip into some other information that we do have going on when we think about this energy right now. I just want to check in on something. So hang in there 1 second with me. Don't run away. Just doing a little math in my head. All right. This way I can stay on track and know exactly what it is I am doing. So the next thing I want you to pay attention to, when we think about this new moon that happens to be coming in on June 6th, I want you to write that number. I want you to write the June as the 6th. So we have that 6-6 energy. That's another portal. Besides the actual new moon as a portal, remember earlier I said we have this massive piece of portals this week between planetary parade, Mercury entering Gemini, the new moon on the 6th, the portal, that's the 6-6 energy. I want to speak about that a little bit, that portal energy. Because what that portal energy is actually showcasing, I really want you to listen to this. It's showcasing where you are putting yourself last. I'm actually going to say that again because I think we need to hear that. The 6-6 portal is showcasing where you are putting yourself last. So take a minute and think about, in the last maybe 30 days, what have you done where you either took yourself off your schedule because you had to do something for somebody else? And how frequently have you done that in the last 30 days? Because again, 30 days is a long time when you are not taking care of yourself. And if you've done it in the last 30 days, it's a good probability that you did it 30 days prior. So that makes it 60 days and then possibly 90 days. In fact, I was chatting with a client, I think it was yesterday, and we were talking about her schedule. And the one thing that she was doing, has been doing, is saying yes a lot with work obligations, where on the very first day off, which was this past Saturday, she slept all day because she's been on the go, burning the candle at both ends. And one of the things in her chart that's specified for her is that if she did not slow down now, what would be happening with all of this Gemini energy is that she will find herself going through what I like to call a physical ascension, meaning some sort of symptoms going to show up to slow her down. And that's usually what happens when we don't take care of ourselves, if something comes up to slow us down. So using this portal, the 6-6 portal, to pay attention to where it is that you have put yourself last. It's time to put yourself back on your schedule. And when I say put yourself back on your schedule, it's not just about putting yourself back on your schedule in reference to doing the general stuff. It's taking care of yourself. And what does that mean? And you all know where this is going. If you follow me, if you watch me, if you watch my lives, whatever not, you know where I'm going with this conversation. And I'm going to the factor that taking care of yourself means being healthy, being a healthy and stronger version of you. Because that's a part of taking care of yourself. When you take care of yourself, when you give yourself, whether it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe even an hour, and you give yourself that time to really nourish your body by physical activity and fueling and feeding your body and hydrating your body, you are giving your body all the essential nutrients it needs so you can be a stronger, healthy version of yourself. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that on the next segment, where I'm going to share with you some house placements that are going to be really important for you to pay attention to regarding all this Gemini energy, and how that is either going to help you or land you on your butt to get you to slow down. So you get to choose how you want to go about this. It's your choice. It's your story. So if you want to constantly be that yes, yes, yes person and no to yourself, eventually over time, that 6-6 portal is going to knock you down, because that's what that portal is about. Just in case you're not familiar with what an actual portal is, considering we have all these energy mixed into literally a 7-day period, and we have many more energies coming through as well. This is only the beginning of the many portals that are coming through. And if I get a chance to share most of the other portals, I definitely will. What a portal means is that the veil between the spiritual realm and the human realm becomes really, really thin, making it really, really easy to access spirit for conversations, for insight, for all sorts of knowledge that can come through. It's also an opportunity for those who are not well, those who are suffering, to cross over. So during this portal period, you may find and you may hear that there are more people crossing over at this point in time just due to this portal. So paying attention to that and just having compassion for anyone that may experience that. So all that being said, what I like to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break. And before we do, there's a flyer with all my information on it, or most of my information on it. Like I said, I got to write a little reminder to myself that I got to get that email up there. For those of you who want to have a conversation with me, you can go ahead and scan that QR code and schedule yourself for an appointment. If you are listening to this, you can email healingwithin76@gmail.com. You can also, if you're watching the show, if you're watching it here live or you're watching on the replay, you can even put in the comments that you'd like to schedule a session with me. Be more than happy to getting that done with you. So I'm going to take that quick commercial break, and I'm going to come back and we'll continue talking about the 6-6 portal and more insight based on all this Gemini energy.
Hello everyone, my name is Linda DeVitis. I am the owner and founder of HealingsOnTheGo.com. Psychic clairvoyant medium, certified healer, Reiki healer, dolphin healer, professional space clearer, candle manifestation channeling. I am an author of my own book, My Journey from Darkness to the Light. I also do past life regression. I offer a lot of services, so check me out at HealingsOnTheGo.com and check out my service page. See you there.
Hey, this is Joe Monkman, and I am a personal development trainer. And that means that I help people step into their leadership roles, take their place as a visionary, really understand their own mastery in the world so that they can really find their place at the buffet of life. And if you want to know more, you can find me on my Facebook page at Joe Monkman and joemonkman@gmail.com.
Hi everyone, Kitty Beauty Wig Foss, the storytelling astrologer, reader of the stars, and I'd like to invite you to join me on Intuition of the Soul on Facebook, a free private Facebook group where I post a daily energy reading all about how you can navigate your day. Also reach out at intuitionofthesoul11@gmail.com if you want a personalized reading to find out about how your circuitry works. Namaste.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. For those of you who are just tuning in, I'm your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, and welcome. Take a moment to share the show. Put a comment in. Let me know what's resonating with you. If you have been watching since the beginning, let me know what your sun, moon, and ascending sign is. If you're just tuning in, just let me know what you know about astrology. If you happen to know your sun, moon, or ascending sign, I would love to know that about you. I was just chatting about the new moon that's taking place on June 6th, which is our 6/6 portal. That new moon will be in Gemini, making it 5 planets at that particular time sitting in Gemini season, which is why it's called Gemini season. It's about your experience. What are you experiencing with your expansion from Jupiter? What are you experiencing with Venus, which is all about love and valuing yourself, others, and of course the money you're making and the money you're investing. And in regards to what are you experiencing regarding you with that sun's energy. So there's amazing energy that we do have going on with this new moon in the 6/6 portal. Now when we dig at that 6/6 portal and you add it up, theoretically it works out to be a 12, which is another portal within itself. That 12 portal is a reminder that it is a time to do something new and to step up to being a leader. So do not wait for an invitation. Create the invitation. You get to create something. You get to show off something new here. You get to be seen. This is no longer about like standing behind the scenes and it's like blending in. This is really about wearing your bright colors, such as what I am doing, so people can see you, so you can share your gifts. And this is what we really need to do. We need to share our gifts. Every one of us has a specific gift. And it's time to start sharing it. There's somebody out there waiting for the very gift that you have. You need to start sharing it. Which leads us into that 2, which is the partnerships, the relationships, the collaboration that comes through when you connect with your partners. So start like putting out the energy that you want to meet the people that's going to support you and you can support them as well. So that 12 overall energy is about creating, collaborating, and communicating. Speaking up, sharing your gifts on this amazing energetic day of that new moon 6/6 portal. Powerful energy. So now I want to bring a question up. I want you to think. I want you to reflect. Okay? Because when we think about this new moon's energy that's taking place on June 6th, this is going to be a mirror reflection of what was going on in your life. May through June of 2020, because that new moon in Gemini in 2020 is a reflection of this moon we're having right now. It's a 4-year reflection. So what exactly did you learn about yourself during that 2020 energy? Now, most of us don't like to talk about the 2020 energy because for most people, it was hardship, it was challenging, it was tragic, it was loss, it was grief. But along with all that, and if you can get through all that and see past all that, there was an expansion that took place during that 2020 energy. And that expansion is allowing us right now to do things that we did not do before, such as have this conversation where I'm literally sitting in my home having a conversation with you, and my show is being featured from Strong Island Television. Now, theoretically speaking, would we have had this opportunity prior to 2020? Who knows? Another big thing that came through this 2020 energy, which is a real big experience, is the idea of understanding our psychic abilities, our intuitiveness, our empath, our sensitivity, our ability to connect with spirit. And there's so many more of us who can, where many years back, this was like a hush-hush. Spirit communication was known as the woo-woo. Very few people talked about the fact that they can speak to spirit. Many few people talked about the fact that they feel spirit. Now, so many of us are. We're not afraid to. In fact, it's like the general conversation. Like when people say, well, who are you talking to? Sometimes I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to spirit. I'm having some intense conversations with spirit, and I'm never alone, nor are you alone. You're always surrounded by some loved one, ancestor, angel, or fairy. It's your job to call on them. Like your angels and fairies, they do not just pop in and do things. You have to invite them in and ask them to do something. Now, you may not know who your angels are and who the fairies are around you, and that's okay. You don't need to know them specifically. Just say, my angels and my fairies, I call on you, and give them things to do. Think of it like giving them chores. So if you are going to be traveling, you're going to be traveling on the highway or whatever, you may want to call one of your angels in and say, you know what, how about you clear the traffic when I get on the highway so the traffic flows easily? And watch what happens when you do that. You'll notice that things will just flow easily. Maybe, you're in a process of launching a new service. You may want to call on your angels and say, you know what, I would love it if you can align the right people to purchase this service. And you can be very specific. And that's the power of this magical energy that we experienced back in 2020. In addition to all the other things that took place, the solitude, the isolation, the quieting ourselves down. So I want you to just take a moment and ask yourself, what did you experience? Excuse me, what did you experience at that time during 2020? Also noting that during that time, we had Venus in a retrograde in Gemini at that time. Now, Venus is not in retrograde in Gemini right now. Venus being in retrograde back then was about reviewing your values, your relationships, the love that you have for yourself and the love you have for others. So there's a big opportunity for you to really think back, because not many of us do that. Not many of us do the reflection. And that's really important when we talk about Gemini energy. It's about the experience. What are you experiencing? Being in the moment. Now, I've given this exercise to many people. In fact, those of you who've listened to any of my lives in the past week, you've heard me say this. I recommend as an exercise is for you to grab a pen and paper and write down every person that you connect with, whether it's through a Zoom call, a phone call, in person, whatever it is, a coworker, a friend, a family, whatever. Write the names on paper. And to the right of that, I want you to write down what it is you experience from each and one of those people. What are they bringing to the table for you? Are you learning something from them? Are you teaching them something? And get very specific, because once you can do that, then you can start to become aware of what people are serving you and bringing something to your table, and what people may be draining you. And if there are people who are draining you, this could be a perfect time for you to start thinking about releasing them, giving yourself a little bit of space from them. And that may give you an opportunity to revisit them at a different time. So I'd like for you to take on that experience. One last thing I want to touch on before we take another break is when we talk about the experience and we talk about the whole process of this Gemini energy, this Gemini season, I always like to bring in the whole process of moving your body, bridging astrology, numerology, and strength training into one unit, because you are a spiritual being having many human experiences, and a big part of embodying your physical body and spirit is connecting with your physical body. So there are specific houses on your chart that can help you in reference to getting started on a strength training program or increasing your strength training program. Maybe you're at a point where you've been working out for maybe 90 days or maybe almost 6 months, whatever have you, and now it's time to take it to the next level. So this is your time. This is your time to look at the following houses. Now, again, this is based on the planets that are sitting in Gemini right now. So the Sun, Venus, Mercury, and Jupiter. So if you have any of these planets and of course the moon as we enter the new moon's energy. If you have any of these planets in any of these houses, this is an opportunity for you to really tap into transforming your body, getting started. The second house, the sixth house, Taurus, Virgo, and Gemini. And I want to throw one more in there just because. And we're going to say Pluto. Pluto as well. Even though Pluto is not on the list of the energies that's sitting in Gemini right now, it is definitely in a conjunction with all of this Gemini energy because Pluto is in Aquarius. And being that Pluto is in Aquarius, what's happening is Pluto is literally transiting the sixth house energy. So Pluto may be the helper to help you transform or let go of a bad habit so you can introduce a new habit in. And I don't really like the word bad habit, just changing a habit. And excuse the noise in the background. Sometimes people drive by with really loud music on. I don't know if you can hear it, but I just did, and it felt like dancing. I felt like dancing because that music was just popping. Anyway, the experience, right? Anyhow, so there you have it. So again, I want you to jot down those houses one last time. The second house, the sixth house, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, and also Pluto. Most of the energies are coming from I want you to think about the energies from the planets that are in Gemini. And of course, your Gemini house is really important right now because that's where all this energy is sitting. And those of you who do carry your three major planets, Sun, Moon, and Ascending in Gemini, this is a perfect time for you to get started on this experience of transforming your body. So I'm going to leave you there with that. And there's going to be that flyer that's going to pop up again with my information on it. If you'd like to schedule a appointment with me, any appointment, reading, discovery session, whatever have you, scan that QR code. If you want to email, healingwithin76@gmail.com. If you want to leave a little comment in the comment box on the live there, you could do that too. So I'm going to take that quick commercial break, and when I come back, I'm going to just share with you some insight to what our partners are sharing with you. I'll be right back.
Hey, this is Joe Monkman, and I am a personal development trainer. And that means that I help people step into their leadership roles, take their place as a visionary, really understand their own mastery in the world so that they can really find their place at the buffet of life. And if you want to know more, you can find me on my Facebook page at Joe Monkman and joemonkman@gmail.com.
Hello everyone, my name is Linda DeVitis. I am the owner and founder of HealingsOnTheGo.com. Psychic clairvoyant medium, certified healer, Reiki healer, dolphin healer, professional space clearer, candle manifestation channeling. I am an author of my own book, My Journey from Darkness to the Light. I also do past life regression. I offer a lot of services, so check me out at HealingsOnTheGo.com and check out my service page. See you there.
Hi everyone, Kitty Beauty Foss, the storytelling astrologer, reader of the stars, and I'd like to invite you to join me on Intuition of the Soul on Facebook, a free private Facebook group where I post a daily energy reading all about how you can navigate your day. Also reach out at intuitionofthesoul11@gmail.com if you want a personalized reading to find out about how your circuitry works. Namaste.
Hello and welcome back. Excuse me, you are currently watching Joanne's Healing Within. I am your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne. If you are just tuning in right now, please do me a favor, hit that share button. Share this out to your groups, your friends, anybody you feel that's going to benefit from the show. You definitely will have to come back and rewatch. You can watch the show on all the major platforms, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Twitch TV, and then of course you can listen on many of the podcasts, such as iHeartRadio, Spotify, Audible, and that's just to name a few of them. So anyway, share, like, and comment. This is what gets things flowing. I love that you're all commenting here. Now, before I move into some of the promos that some of my partners are sharing with all of you, I do want to look at some of the comments because I see that there are many of you who are putting some comments in. And if you're commenting, I want to recognize them. So Anne is saying, oh, she has learned how strong she is, overcoming things she didn't think she could. That's a great thing. That's a great thing. That's the experience. And Anne, because you happen to have your sun energy in Gemini, this is a big time for you. So I'm loving that. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. I see that Valerie is watching. I'm not sure if she's still with us, but I see that she sort of peeked in. So if you are watching and you haven't left a comment yet, please do leave a comment. So again, when we think about this energy that we do have with all of these planets sitting in Gemini, I want to talk a little bit about Mercury before I dive into the promos. And what I want to talk about is that Mercury entered Gemini today. Mercury is only going to be in Gemini for a very short period of time, till June 17th. That's a very short period of time. That's like less than what, like 10 days, something like that? I don't even know. Let me see. How many days is that? Today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 14 days. That's literally 7 days less than how Mercury stays in the planet. Mercury usually stays in the sign for at least 3 weeks, nevertheless when it's retrograde. So it's only staying for 2 weeks. So what does that actually mean for us? It means that there's going to be a lot of energy, quick energy, and things are going to move. Now that a lot of our energy is out of Taurus, and Taurus is more like a slow, like move like a turtle, Mercury's the total opposite. Mercury's fast. Mercury's like, let's get things done. Mercury's intellectual. Mercury's about making quick decisions. You're not going to be in that space of trying to figure things out because you're going to get the clarity just like that. So keep that in mind. And on the same day that Mercury transits out of Gemini into Cancer, so will Venus. So that itself is another big cluster of energy when we have two planets shifting out of one sign to another on the exact same day. There's a slight time difference between the two, and I'll get into that at a different time. But keep that in mind. So like I said, we do have a lot of portals going on in the month of June. Having June to be the month of healing, your karmic cycles, nurturing yourself, making sure you're getting on your own schedule. And it's about your body. You have to, for my ladies over 40, you have to strength train. I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to get all into it. You have to strength train. If you're not strength training yet, you definitely need to reach out to me. I can help you get started. So here we go. The promos. We're going to put them out there, and I'm going to hit another commercial and come to the conclusion. Promos. We have Joe Monkman, who's starting up his fire ceremony. That will be taking place once that flyer comes up. I'll give you the date. I know it's showing up anytime soon because I don't have it in front of me, but when it does, it will be there. The fire ceremony will be coming through with Joe Monkman. So I'm just going to, there you go. That's June 8th. So that's actually this weekend, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern time. Check out the flyer, get all the information. You definitely want to join this event because the fire ceremony is very intensified, and it does help you to release or bring in, depending on what you choose to do. Then we also have Words of Wisdom by Kitty Foss, the third Monday of the month. This is a great group because it helps you to utilize different words that increases the vibration as opposed to using words that have lower vibration energy. So get in touch with Kitty. Then the next one is My Play Shop. Yes, and my flyers are a little backwards today, so that's okay. My Play Shop is taking place on June 26th, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Where does the chaos show up in your life? This is all about Uranus energy. And we all experience chaos, and there's my email address right there. So if you'd like to participate, please reach out to me. Next flyer, the Full Moon Circle. Yes, the Full Moon Circle taking place on June 22nd. That will be hopping on right now. That takes place at 8 p.m. Eastern time on June 22nd. I know there's a flyer there for that. There you go, that beautiful flyer. If you would like to participate in that, reach out to me, and I'll get you signed up for it. Last but not least, Spirit Messages and Energy Insight, again, hosted by Joe Monkman. That starts up June 4th, which is tomorrow. He offers this group every 6 weeks, so it's a 6-week series. Then we take a 2-week break, and then we come back again. It's an amazing class. A lot of information comes through with Spirit and Energy Insight. So there you have it, our promos that many of our partners are helping you out with. So again, my flyer is going to pop in. Bring that flyer up. And I have just about a little less than 7 minutes to go. So we're going to hit that last commercial and come back, and I'm just going to share some final words with you. There's my flyer. Scan the code, email healingwithin76@gmail.com. Let's get that commercial break coming through, and I'll be right back. Did you know that astrology and numerology are the keys to helping you raise your vibration, understanding your unconscious behaviors, and will help you discover who you are from a soul level? Hello, I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Colon, the founder of Holistic Fitness located in Queens. You're a certified and licensed holistic personal trainer, holistic integrated teacher, Reiki master, medical astrologer, master of numerology, card creator, and card reader. I would love for you to come join me every Sunday for 12 weeks to discover your astrological and numerology makeup. For more information, email healingwithin76@gmail.com. I look forward to helping you bridge the spiritual and physical realms as you experience a body and soul transformation. Hello and welcome back. So if you are just tuning in with me right now, you're just joining the show right now, you're at the very last bit of the show, you're definitely going to have to come back and watch from the very beginning. If you've been watching from this entire time, you might want to come back and watch from the very beginning and take some notes. Then you can watch on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Twitch TV. You can also listen on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Audible, and that's just to name a few of them. This was an exciting night. I'm super excited about this Gemini season, and I want to leave you with just the energy of the month of June, what that energy holds for us. So when we think about the whole world energy, utilizing the universal energy of that 8, works out to be a 5. So 6 plus 8 is 14. Works out to be a 5. 5 is all about the changes that you're undergoing through the experience that you are having with all of these planets sitting in Gemini. Helping you to communicate differently, helping you to speak differently, helping you to listen, helping you to learn. This is a time to take on some new studies, write that book, write that story, do the poetry, whatever it is. This is your time to be seen, to be heard, express yourself, become the speaker, change, be courageous enough to make the changes so you can have the freedom that you're looking to have. And remember, most importantly, make sure you play. Play is extremely important. Tap into your creativity. Allow your inner child to come out and experience all of this with you, and be adventurous. So there you have it. Enjoy Gemini season. I am your host, Joanne Angel Barry Colon. I will see you back here the first Monday in July. Have a blessed night. Bye-bye, everyone.